Hello, fellow NIMCNs and AIMKNs. My name is Vikramjeet Bhayana and I'm from MB11, currently working with Bajaj Allianz General Insurance. I welcome you all to our very own visual podcast called How's the Josh. Let me invite our guest today, Krishna sir. From selling paint to beer to selling jobs, his journey has been an interesting one. An engineer by qualification and a marketing guy by aptitude and passion. Got an opportunity and made the leap from sales to HR quite smoothly. This great institution, NIMC as they used to call it, and AIMK as we know of it, gave him a lucky campus break with Berger Paints. From the first phase of his career, he handled sales from brands like Berger and United Breweries, from taking the leap of faith to move into talent acquisition space, of which he has been a part of since 2007 now. He has had some long stints with brands like Infosys, Deutsche Bank, and is currently leading recruitment for Northern Trust Bank. He believes every journey is meaningful, and hence there is no point in over-engineering your career moves. Just go with your gut. It is all about adapting, possibly the key elements an army background and the experience at this institute inculcates in one. Weekends have been consciously dedicated to the home front. That's apt, sir. I completely agree with the last line. Weekends should be dedicated to home front. Welcome, sir, and thank you so much for giving time for this initiative. We really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you so much, Vikram. Absolutely my pleasure. I think whatever I am today, it's a no-brainer. It is the platform. In my batch, it was National Institute of Management, Calcutta, or AIMK today. That's what was the launch pad. So whatever I am, it's the Army Institute of Management, and possibly the Army upbringing which I've really had. So thank you so much for the intro. You have said it all. Thank you so much.
Great, sir. With that, let's start with the Josh questions. My first question, sir,
Absolutely, bring on the Josh.
are you a morning person or a night owl?
A through and through morning person. By 10 p.m., my battery is actually dead.
Wow. That's so unlike an NIMC or an AMK, sir. Brilliant. I probably you transitioned with time, I think. Because if you've just left college, you can't be a morning person. At least I can vouch for that.
No, unfortunately, I'll have to contradict you there. You can
Really?
ask my batchmates. Yeah, it was a tough ask to keep myself awake. Possibly the only difference is I was not a midnight owl per se. I used to crash relatively earlier. But
Got
yeah,
it.
generally I have been a morning person. And yes, I have transitioned big time. So currently I pretty much wake up quite early.
Lovely, sir. With that, I'll move on to my next question, sir. Are you a coffee person or a tea person?
I am an out and out tea person. You give me tea any time of the day, I can sip it. Though the only change probably the COVID has brought about is I have got a liking for coffee of late. But yeah,
Wow.
any day to choose, it would be tea.
And I think it's a very natural sales trait. I think people who've done sales, I think by de facto, there's a natural liking for tea. Because I've done sales and I know for a fact, jitni chai mil jati, thi utni kam thi, I think. So tea is something, it becomes a love with also the profession that you get into. So I think it's a very sales thing, sir.
No, absolutely. It's a salesy thing. I quite agree with you, especially when you are selling products, you're going to the market, you're dealing with the distributors, the dealers, all you get is
Correct.
tea, right?
Absolutely.
But thanks. I think that will help me answer my wife. So I don't know the reason why I'm a tea person, but I think you have jogged my memory back. It's probably the sales still and the teas I've had with all the dealers. Absolutely. So
Absolutely.
that's probably given me a tea love.
Absolutely, sir. On that note, my next question, sir. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I drink 3 glasses of water and do my yoga. That gets me going for the day. So it's 1 hour of yoga every day for me.
And it's one can see it, sir. You're fit as hell, sir. And I'm sure it's the water and the yoga that's doing wonders for you. So kudos to that. And all listeners, wake up in the morning, have water, do some yoga if you want to look like him. I think that's one thing you'll have to start doing. You'll have to leave a little bit of the AMK lifestyle and get here. So all the best at that. My next question.
Thanks, Vikram.
My next question. What's on your desk?
Apart from the office peripherals, which all of us have, I think I have a candy box. It keeps me driving through the day. Otherwise,
Wow.
I can doze off with all the meetings. So the candy is the candy box is the key product I have on my desk.
I think only you can afford that, sir, because you do 1 hour of yoga in the morning, or else it's a bad thing to have on your desk, sir. If you're neither waking up
Yeah,
early, sleeping late, and having candies, God save us, sir. God save us.
it's a
Perfect.
different matter that my son keeps taking all the candies out of my box because he knows dad has got candies out there. But
Absolutely.
yes, that keeps me
Lovely,
awake
sir.
through the day.
Whatever works, sir. I think for some it's coffee, for some it's
Absolutely.
tea. I think whatever does wonders should be there. Perfect, sir.
Yeah.
My next question, sir. What's on your smartphone home screen?
Uh, Me lying on the lap of my mom and she's
Wow.
caressing me.
Lovely, sir. In fact,
Little
there's
emotional. Yeah.
absolutely, and there's a saying, sir, that because God couldn't be everywhere, He made mothers. I somehow feel that it's such a strong, unsaid bond that a lot of us sadly appreciated little later on in life. But I think they play such a pivotal role, sir. They play such a pivotal role in everyone's life, be it a guy, be it a girl. I think hands down the importance that they hold. And but like I said, a lot of us realize that a little late, but they're rock solid, sir. Absolutely. So what a display picture to have. Great.
Thanks, Vikram. I agree because, and I absolutely agree to your point. As we go, I don't know whether I should say older, but yeah, you appreciate it. You start appreciating it a little late in life. We all love our mothers, that's for sure. They are God's,
Absolutely.
probably next to God, if not God. But yeah, I think towards a later stage, you start appreciating that a
Yeah.
lot more, lot more.
So one
That's where
statement
it
I do
is.
agree with you when you said when we get older. In your case, it's when we get younger. In your case, for sure.
I don't know. You're talking about the Benjamin Button story, but no, I think the reality is it is age. You just get wiser. But yeah, God's been kind. That's all I can say.
Great, sir. Great. My next question, sir. What's your favorite workday time waster?
My kids,
Lovely. Couldn't be better.
I have two of them.
Honestly,
Yeah,
till some time back, I couldn't have really associated, sir. Recently entered fatherhood myself, so I can really resonate. The just being around that child, you can spend hours and it feels like minutes, but the time runs. I think it's such a wonderful thing to be, sir. At the place to be. I think it's
absolutely.
great.
Absolutely, Vikram. It's probably more accentuated with the situation. I think
Yeah,
a lot
of
of
course.
positives. We need to look at
Yeah,
glass half full. The fact is that kids are around. We are spending so much more time with them. It's
absolutely.
invaluable, right? I think we need to appreciate the time we spend with kids. But yeah, I think that's my biggest stress buster.
Great, sir. Great. My next question, sir. What's your favorite personal possession?
Um, I don't know. I think I don't have anything which I really possess or very possessive about. But let me tell you more from behavior. I think the one thing which I am quite possessive about is my positive attitude. I think that's carried me all through. I think I'm pretty possessive about it,
Great.
and I'm close. I'm quite close to my positive attitude in life. I always keep smiling.
And I said, sir, that's the secret, I think. So I think I'm sure anyone who meets you, even if they're in a stressful situation, if you see a smiling person who's very relaxed and calm, I think it rubs off. So I think it's a great trait to have. Unfortunately, not many have that. But I somehow feel I think the whole smiling bit, and I can see it throughout this interview so far. You're only smiling. I see no stress. This is not scripted in any way where I'm throwing questions, you're answering really get stressed here, but you're absolutely calm and composed. So I think in your skin, you're very comfortable, sir, and that's a very good trait to have, I think.
Thanks, Vikram. Absolutely agree
Great,
with
sir.
you there.
My next question, sir. How do you run a meeting?
Uh, Vikram, I think over years now it's become a lot more structured. I'm a very impulsive guy with a gut, as I keep saying liberally. The Now it's a lot more structured, but my meetings are generally more conversation, more open ended. I think over the years I've realized that monologues don't help if you want to have an output.
Right.
You need to have conversation, and my meeting are more conversation, and we go around the table and gather inputs.
I think that's an interesting point. So a lot of leaders, they feel that in a meeting, it is their birthright to start the meeting and end the meeting. But I somehow feel, sir, that in a way, A, demotivates the team because they feel that they're just puppets and their contribution is zilch. But sir, this is what I've believed in my career as well, that if everyone gets a chance to speak, you never know, sir, what point comes out and it clicks in the spur of the moment. So I think what you said, to go around everyone on the table for people to give inputs, I think that's very critical, sir.
So we need to involve. So just probably to add on from there, you see, when you go around, it's not about just going around and saying, right? You need,
Yeah.
if you need to have a sense of meeting, a sense of oneness, a sense of better output, that's very important.
Correct.
What I really do is, for example, right? I have my direct. So we go around, and each person chairs every meeting. So there's a chair around, then we go around. Actually, it's run by the chair. And as I say in the meeting, the chair is the boss. So whatever the chair
Correct.
says, we all need to listen. It can be me, it can be any
Right.
of the members. So that's how my meetings are run now.
Lovely, sir. The chair is the boss. I think that's a lovely thing to look at, sir, that, and if whoever's on that chair, the junior most chap, if they what they say makes sense, I think it's only all right to accept it, sir. So the chair is the boss. Lovely, sir. I'll take that one. My next question, sir. The one trait that you look for in new hires.
Age-old adage in recruitment: hire for attitude and train for aptitude. I strongly believe, I strongly exhibit, and strongly look for those traits. So for me, that remains the key. It's hire for aptitude and train for attitude. So it's attitude, which is, sorry, hire for attitude and train for aptitude. So it's attitude, which is
Attitude.
absolutely the key piece for me.
I completely agree, sir. For any new person to join in a team, if they don't have the attitude to probably unlearn and relearn, I think it could really, really take the team down, sir. I think so. To your point, I think it's right. Attitude should be primary, which a lot of people don't pay much attention to. They really focus on कितना आता है, आके धंधा कर पाएगा कि नहीं कर पाएगा. But if they don't have the attitude, sir, वो धंधा भी क्या ही लाएगा. So to your point, I think very, very strong point, sir.
Attitude is all about sustaining. It's not about just an aberration, right? When you come with an
Correct.
attitude, you can sustain. So I look for those traits. It's not easy. I mean,
Of
one
course.
conversation, but yeah, over the years, I think the judgment probably has certainly
Yeah.
become better, and that's experience.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Yeah.
attitude is absolutely important. And when I say attitude, it's a positive attitude. A smiling face and an attitude good enough. Rest we can train. We
So
never
there's
end up
no
where we
rocket
start
science. I've
with.
realized
So
one thing: no job is rocket science, sir. Just have
nothing is rocket science.
attitude, you'll do it, sir. Fair point.
Absolutely.
Lovely, sir. My next question, sir: who's been the greatest influence on you?
A lot of people over the years, but currently it is certainly my dad, right? An 80-year-old army veteran who still, the way he runs his life, the way he
Wow.
has Josh, the way he carries attitude. And, even today he challenges me over a 20-kilometer run and says that I can beat
Wow.
you. And his philosophy is more logical, right? He says, because I know I have done the run at some stage in my life, you have not, right? So and hence he says that I can beat you.
He's
That's
got
the
an
conversation
advantage.
and argument we keep, right? Absolutely. So I think he's
Wow.
my inspiration, and I certainly look forward to him. I speak with him every morning. It might be just 2 minutes, but it's a video call that takes me off for the day.
Lovely, sir. What an inspiration to have, sir. At this age, if he challenges you to run, I can't believe it, sir. It's absolutely magical. You're definitely blessed. And to be around such a person and do a 2-minute video call every day, I think would be rubbing off so much of positivity on you. And I think this goes to
Absolutely.
everyone, whoever they look up to, I think, try and talk to them as much as you can and emulate as much as you can, because I think that can take you places. Don't copy because you cannot. They cannot be another person like them. But it's good to take some rub off some traits. I think that really helps.
Absolutely.
Perfect, sir. My next question, sir.
Couldn't agree more.
What's the best professional advice you've ever been given?
Uh, I have been given
Yeah, someone gave that to you, like a professional advice.
so many. I think one of my mentors had told me quite early in my life that you divide your life in in three phases. The first is learn, the second is learn and earn, and the third is earn. Right. So, possibly coming to the third phase of my career, let me tell you, the earning phase never comes. But one thing is for sure, it's all about learning. I think that's the key
Correct.
catch. I think that's been with me for a fairly long time, and I tell everybody, one can never stop learning. You need to unlearn, learn. Earlier to your
Correct.
point, you need to keep learning. But yes, I think that's a professional advice, and that's been quite close to my mind. It's top of my mind. See.
And so I think that will resonate to a lot of the new people joining the college or just starting a job. The good thing about this is, sir, people at times feel, अब तो मैंने MBA भी कर लिया, engineering में कर ही चुका हूँ. I probably now will get a job, I'll start working and be happy. But I think that's a death trap, sir. I think the whole concept of keep updating yourself. Sir, लोग कहते हैं कि advocate और doctor को ही update करना होता है, but I think that's wrong. I think every professional should keep learning throughout their lives for them to really climb the corporate ladder and grow professionally and personally both. So I think very, very strong point, sir.
I think not, yeah, absolutely. Not just corporate ladder and you completed your sentence, right? And I think it's all about personal growth.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
When you grow personally, you do well, right? There are so many people who are doing amazingly well sitting at home. There are so many people who have been entrepreneurs. I mean, my batch is full of, there are so many entrepreneurs in my batch. There are people who are doing exceptionally well in corporate. So I think it's all about your personal growth. And that's, I think the key.
Perfect, sir. My next question, sir. Who's your favorite sports person?
Sachin Tendulkar. Born and bred in the Sachin era, I don't think I can get in. Anybody can get closer to that. So it will be Sachin.
I think in India, sir, asking that question, you'll either hear a Tendulkar and right now maybe a Dhoni. But these are the staple answers that we get, sir. A little that other sports don't get as much mileage, but I think cricket has become so big in everyone's house. It's the sport that everyone watches, and I couldn't agree more. Sachin Tendulkar exuberates so much of love, passion. That guy a book can be written on him, and a marketing book. Like people can learn so much, sir.
Yeah, I just heard the other day, not me, I heard, one of those, I was just following Harsha Bogle's conversation about Sachin. I think he said a very good thing. Apart from inspiration, obviously there are reasons for that. So we don't need to, I mean, there are so many stories around that. The thing what he provides is happiness, right?
Yeah.
And especially that era when India economy was booming, we had that era which moved from industrial to probably IT, now to digital. I think that era, that change came, right? So I think, he provided us a lot of happiness. We used to forget all our worries when we used to go and watch him bat. I think that's the key. It's all about happiness. I thought that's important to state. That's what he brought.
I agree, sir. Very, very strong. I didn't think of it like that, sir. Happiness is something that he brought, and happiness, I think, is the key to a lot of good things in life, sir. So I think that's how he became what he became. Strong point, sir. My next question, sir. What's your favorite song?
Again, 90s, early 2000s, the romantic in me. There are two. Chura Ke Dil Mera by Kumar Sanu.
Right.
And Suraj Hua Matham, Sonu Nigam. I think these are two of my all-time favorites. I still listen to these songs in loop.
Oh, lovely, sir. Romantic at heart, truly. Great.
Absolutely.
My next question, sir. Your favorite movie?
A hardcore, out-and-out Shah Rukh fan. So it's a no-brainer. Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge.
Oh, great. A lot of women will be really happy because they are big Shah Rukh. If you're a Shah Rukh fan, you'll get a lot of pings for sure.
I have rubbed that off on my daughter. She's all of 15 now. So she's also a crazy Shah Rukh fan. She started with Om Shanti Om. So that's her favorite. And mine is a little earlier. That will be Dilwale. So yeah, two Shah Rukh fans at home.
Great. Lovely, sir. Lovely. My next question, sir. The most fun moment at work?
Most fun moment at work. So many. When you have spent so much of time, there's just so much of fun at work. But top of the mind, if I again recollect, it's a very funny incident. That was more when I got into recruitment. There was an email exchange which we had post-interview. It was one of those Saturday events which we had, and we were exchanging interviews for about one candidate. between the panelists and ourselves. Inadvertently, I don't know how, the candidate got marked in that email. And we were exchanging mails saying he's good, these are the pros, these are cons. I don't know what all
Oh, man.
we were exchanging notes on. The most hilarious, and none of us realized because there were so many people on that meet, right? There were so
Correct,
many
correct.
panels and recruitment and stuff. The most hilarious part was when the candidate replied, saying he was completely shocked. He was so excited, and we didn't select him, unfortunately. Grapes are sour.
Oh,
He was so excited, and he replied, and it was a he, and I'm consciously saying a he, and I don't remember the name. He replied saying that he's saying such a transparent organization. I never had such an experience that you guys,
wow.
involve the candidate and share feedbacks. It was so embarrassing, Vikram, to say the least, but it was a very hilarious moment. The candidate took it positively. Obviously, we positioned it to say, yes, this is how we do it. This is your feedback. Luckily, we were not so-called abusing the candidate. We would have had it. But that was a hilarious moment
Wow.
at work. It was so much of fun moment,
So
especially when you're doing these recruitment events.
the highlight would have been if you had recruited him, he would have remembered this every year and would have told you this is what happened. Glad you didn't.
Yeah, unfortunately, we could not, and
Yeah.
we were lucky that he took it positively.
Oh yes, absolutely. He could have taken snapshots and done a lot of crazy things on social.
Yeah, you would have done damage.
Yeah. Very lucky, sir. Very lucky. But definitely
Always,
funny.
touch wood. God's
Yeah.
been kind,
Great,
and
sir.
my parents, obviously.
Yes. My next question, sir. What's the best professional advice you have ever given?
Uh, I could liberally use it. So I keep telling people, suffer now, enjoy later, or enjoy now, suffer later. I
Suffer
think it's a
later.
simple thing. I think life is all about struggle. We continue to
Yeah.
struggle with a smile, but life is a struggle. So I keep telling all youngsters rather, whenever somebody
Yeah.
comes into my team or anybody, enjoy now, suffer now, enjoy later. So you need to keep chipping in. You need to keep working hard and prove yourself every
Strong,
single
strong
day.
point, sir. Strong point. A lot of people, like I said, feel the MBA कर लिया, now life is going to be a smooth sail, घर लेंगे, गाड़ी लेंगे, but it doesn't work like that.
It's a
Sir.
roller
It
coaster.
continues,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Sinusoidal wave ऐसा
Absolutely.
होता रहेगा. If you can accept that, earlier you accept that there will be downs. I think when those downs come, then you're stronger. But if you don't accept it, then I think it's a little bit of a problem. But
Yeah.
good point, sir. My last.
And possibly one thing. Sorry, apologies. Sorry.
Go,
So
sir. Go
I
on.
think one thing which I keep telling a lot of people is that one should be driven by one's confidence. I think
Yeah.
insecurities at some stage in life, it does an impact. So you need to struggle. You need to struggle. You need to be very confident about yourself. Never fall into those insecurities in life.
Yeah.
That's the trick of being successful.
And I think the point I mentioned in the beginning, sir, something I've referred for you, if you're comfortable in your own skin, I think that is very critical. A lot of people, unfortunately, are not. And it shows. If you're comfortable in your skin, sir, then you could have a bad day, good day, but you'll know that you'll bounce back. So I think that is
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
great
Agreed.
point, sir. My
Agreed.
last question to you, sir. What's your advice to young employees or young people joining our college? Just the younger lot, sir.
Uh, you know, yeah. So my advice to them would be, don't over-engineer your thoughts as to where you should be. Don't compartmentalize your career. I'll be here in 10 years. I'll be here in 20 years. Doesn't happen. Vikram, I know we have spent enough and more time in the corporate world. You never end up where you start from. So don't over-engineer yourself. Uh, you know, Today is an age of data. I myself I live with numbers, whether I've been selling products or I have been selling jobs. We live in an age of data. Everything is quantifiable. I'm a very strong and firm believer in gut. We sometimes undermine. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of people undermining gut. I go a lot with gut, right? So the fact is that, and gut also comes with experience. So you will have your gut.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
as you move in your career, there will be opportunities, there will be disruptions. It happened with me. I moved from hardcore sales to recruitments. It happens with everyone. So I think don't over-engineer yourself. Carry the attitude, as I keep saying. Be positive, be confident. Focus on what you are doing at the moment. You're getting into a college. Focus on how strong your fundamentals of management would be, how you want to get into it, the confidence. I think, invest in yourself. That's extremely important. Rest all will fall in place. So I think gut is something which I would always advise, because that's what I have always followed.
I think guts and the line that you said, invest in yourselves. A lot of people miss that outsidely. कि MBA में तो हो गया है, अब I'll automatically be good enough to be a manager, but that doesn't hold true. So I think working on yourself is very, very critical. I think you have to keep getting your skills no matter which college you enter, which job you get. It could be the best job on earth, but you still have to keep upscaling. I think that's a takeaway for me, sir. That no matter where you are, keep upscaling.
Absolutely, Vikram. So I don't know if I heard you. So it's not guts. I meant gut, the inner gut. Which you get,
absolutely,
right?
So gut.
So gut. Yeah. So your innate feeling says that this is right. That invariably, that tends to be right.
It turns out to be right. I would agree, sir.
Yeah. So I absolutely. So even when I had that disruption to move from sales, I had opportunity to I had two opportunities, and it's always catch-22. Right? You suddenly you said what to do. You got these two opportunities, right? I saw myself in the mirror and said, what would I regret more? I would regret more because I would have, I would have not taken this opportunity because I have not known what I'm getting into, right? Correct. Sales is something I know. I would have got into it. So I went with my gut, and my gut has invariably been more successful than failures.
Touch wood, sir.
So yes, go with your gut. Touch wood. Yep.
Agreed. Go with your gut, and of course, how Sir says, a lot of experience also adds up to that. So there would be times when you go with your gut, you might also fail. That's absolutely okay. It's not a success mantra, but in most cases than not, you will succeed. And like Sir said, a lot of experience goes on with that. So with that, keep upscaling yourself. I think it's been an interesting chat, sir. I would like to thank you again for taking out time from a busy schedule. But I think it's all for a bigger cause, sir. Like I told you previously, for not just juniors, but also senior batches, it's always good to know who's doing what. So sadly, and I'll tell you how this idea came up. A lot of us know each other just by their first names and the batch that they belong to. The whole idea of doing this activity was to create a persona around that name and batch. So tomorrow, I feel more related and the conversations are more relatable with you. Otherwise, it'll be an awkward start, sir. I'm from this batch. You'll also be a little off. So it's easier for the end party to know you, for them to start approaching you if at all they need help, sir. So that was the whole idea behind this concept.
No, absolutely, Vikram. And I really, really, really appreciate you pulling this all together. I'm sure it's a team which has really worked, a lot of alumni team. But I think absolutely, I think this is in a small way to give back to the institute what it's provided us, right? It's an alma mater, and it's a great place. Great place. It probably would have changed colors, it would have changed names, but the fact is, it's been a great place, and it's only for us to give back in small little way. And the best way to give back to society or to the institute is engaging amongst each other, engaging between alumni, with the so-called youngsters who are getting into the institute. So absolutely, and I really appreciate this effort. Better late than never, know. and I think I really appreciate all of you putting this whole effort together. Fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Excited. Thank you.
Super excited.
Thank you.